Good evening. Thank you to those of you who are signing in and joining us for our second external butterfly broadcast and community update. For those of you who don't know, we have an internal tradition where we come together as staff virtually to share updates and connect with one another. And so we're really excited to be able to connect with you. While I recognize some of the folks who are tuning in, I know that most of you are probably meeting me for the first time. My name is Tiffany Hogan Alvarez, and I've been working in our development and communications department for close to 4 years. And it's been a privilege in the last 4 years to contribute to some of our external messaging, marketing, and fundraising efforts. And I'm also pleased to see that we have individuals with all sorts of connections tuning in who have RSVP'd to join us tonight. And that's amazing. We have volunteers, we have donors, we have board members, partners, even former staff. So whatever your connection, whatever your reason for joining tonight, thank you for joining us for this important update. All right, it is 6 o'clock and most of us know the importance of being prompt and showing up on time and early in some cases. I saw those of you who tuned in early, so thank you. We are going to get started. To kick off tonight's broadcast, I am pleased to introduce our President and CEO, Mark Loranger. So I'm going to go ahead and ask that he turn on his video and get us started.
All right. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks for hosting for your first time tonight. So far, so good. Especially the part about starting on time, because we all know showing up for a job on time is really important. So we'll model that behavior tonight. So welcome to our second community broadcast. As Tiffany mentioned, we do these internal broadcasts with staff. We now do it once a week. And we wanted to find a way to connect with all of you in a more real-time way. So we're trying these. If we keep doing these, I think the hair situation for all of us is going to get a little rough. We'll just have to see how that goes. So tonight, our format is going to involve a number of staff that are really reinventing Chrysalis as we speak and just leading teams to do incredible work with our clients. We're going to have a chance to hear from Castellanos, who oversees our San Fernando Valley Center. Lori Neeson, who is our director of our volunteer and program operation. Michelle Cruz, who's a senior employment specialist in our Orange County office. And Kelly Michaud, who is a senior program manager with our roads program. So you have a chance to hear from all of them in just a minute. We do have a few questions that came in earlier, and we'll do our best to get to those tonight. But as Tiffany mentioned, if you have additional questions that come up as we're speaking tonight, feel free to put them into the chat box, and we'll get to them either on tonight's broadcast or we'll follow up with you individually. So let me give you a brief overview of what's going on with Chrysalis since the last time we spoke. First and foremost, we are open to clients. We're doing it virtually, but we have never been busier. We're connecting with our clients through text, through voice, through email, through video. And we have had, since we closed to traditional services with our offices on March 16th, we have had 1,900 meaningful client interactions, two-way interactions with clients, 1,900 of them in just a little over 4 weeks. We're incredibly proud about that. And you'll hear more from some of our team on how exactly we're doing it and what the context of those communications are. Our real focus is meeting our clients where they're at. We're known for our ability to help people get prepared for, to search for, and find and retain a job, of course. But these days, clients don't necessarily need to talk about that. Yes, we are having those conversations if clients are ready for that and they're ready to go out and work. We've connected 86 of our clients to new jobs just in this tough period. But even more than that, we're there to be a friendly voice on the end of the phone for our clients who in many cases are living right now a very lonely existence with few people that they can have meaningful connections with. The feedback we're hearing from clients is just this sense of overwhelming gratitude that somebody cares enough to reach out to them and just ask them how they're doing and help them connect to other resources in the community. Through your generosity, through the generosity of the donors in our community, we established a couple of weeks ago our COVID-19 Relief Fund, which is providing direct supports to our clients, money in their pockets that they can use for not just the traditional things that we would help them with, work boots or certifications for jobs. We're still doing that. But these days, those funds are being used for more basic life necessities and emergencies like food. Grocery cards have become one of the most popular relief items that we're able to supply to our clients, and we're able to get those to them either virtually through e-certificates or through gift cards that we're sending through the mail. We're helping clients with utility bills, cell phone bills. Cell phones are the primary way that our clients have access to not only their friends and family and us, but to the internet. And if they don't have the funds necessary to either buy more minutes or buy more megabytes on their plan, they're totally disconnected from the world. So we're helping them pay for things like that. Our businesses are still operating. Our transitional jobs businesses with Chrysalis Enterprises are still going, those that are still considered essential. This Friday, about 380 of our clients are going to get paychecks. And these are clients that are working in our business improvement district contracts, our janitorial contracts, our personal property storage operations. These are all critical functions that our clients are still working in. You may have heard that the city of LA and the county of LA are standing up emergency shelters throughout the city to help our unhoused population get in and get safe. We're proud to say that we are helping staff 5 of those centers. We've got 17 of our CE workers, Chrysalis Enterprise workers that are there currently, and we expect that number to ramp up quite a bit. We also have a great partnership with Caltrans through our roads program. And with their support, even though that program is not essential and we couldn't figure out a way to do it spatially distancing properly, Caltrans has committed to enable us to continue to pay those clients. It's an amazing program through the state, and Kelly is going to talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes. Before I turn it over to Lori, I just got to say, I am so incredibly proud of the work that our team is doing every single day. None of us could have imagined having to deliver programs over phone and email and Zoom classes and new client orientations. We always thought of Chrysalis as a place-based program, and it will be, again, one day in our offices. But until then, we got to find new ways of doing business and change with those conditions so we can still meet our community where they're at. And my team is doing that every single day. I mean, I just get emotional talking about it, with how hard they're working to do this and how creative they're being to serve the needs of our clients. So let's dig into some of the people that are actually doing that work. I get to talk about it all day long, but I don't actually do it. It's the folks that we have on the line and their peers that are doing it every day. So I'd like to turn it over to Lori to tell us a bit about what's going on with our volunteer programs.
Great. Thank you, Mark. Good evening, everyone, and thank you again for tuning in. My name is Lori Neeson. I'm the Volunteer and Program Director here at Chrysalis. I lead a team of 167 individuals across our 4 centers, 160 of those who are volunteers. And we have a team of 7 full-time staff members who are responsible for the onboarding, training, scheduling of all of our volunteers, who really are the heart and soul of our program because they provide our core program services such as facilitating our job readiness classes, conducting resumes and practice interview sessions, as well as assisting clients with online job applications, and then helping us sort through donations and organize our resource rooms that provide professional interview attire and everything a client needs to look and feel their best for an interview. In addition to overseeing the volunteer program, our team provides backup support for all of those essential services I just mentioned, and we host group volunteer events for funders as part of our corporate social responsibility program offerings. I'm here today, though, to tell you a bit more about what my team has been up to since we started providing services remotely. I think all of us are in a transition period of adapting, and I'm proud to share about how we've done some adaptation to our programming. A lot of our time and energy these past few weeks has been spent ensuring that we're able to offer core program services like our job preparation classes, as well as our resumes and practice interviews, but do it in a way, of course, that's still the high standard of Chrysalis quality that we always have. Our very first day of going remote, which was the Monday, March 16th, we're coming up on a month since then this Thursday, our team was conducting resumes and practice interviews via phone that very first Monday. Since then, we have provided over 200 one-on-one services. So those are resumes and practice interviews to clients who needed that support. As Mark mentioned, we were overwhelmed with how grateful clients were to hear our voices and feel the reassurance that someone was on the other side and that Chrysalis is continuing to serve, although not in our usual capacity of in-person. That same day, we started planning for rollout of our virtual classes. Our volunteer and program manager, Fabiola Leonard, did an amazing job leading this project and curating a class that covers all of the essential job search information, but in a shortened time to ensure that clients with barriers around access to phones or technology such as computers could participate. We also added in important information related to safety and COVID-19 and how clients can safely navigate the interview process while maintaining health guidelines. Our very first virtual class was launched on Friday, April 3rd, to a group of 6 clients, and we offer this virtual class Monday through Thursday across all of our Chrysalis locations. Another one of our panelists, Andrea, will speak more about how we've adapted our program a bit later. The next big project we worked on was to offer remote volunteer service opportunities. We've been able to confirm our process for remote volunteer services and have successfully piloted it as of last week with one of our volunteers. Our goal is to complete all remote volunteer onboarding by the end of this month. And we're very fortunate to have so many volunteers who, heard the moment that we were having to close down our centers temporarily, reached out to us and asked, how can we help? And so we were able to send out a survey to our volunteers who expressed interest in providing remote services. We had over 45 respondents. And so we're excited to get our volunteers plugged back into providing services and working with our clients. And so how that works is our team of volunteer coordinators who oversee volunteers at each center interface with our employment specialists who request the service, a volunteer to work with their client, and then they're able to assign our volunteers appointments. What took a lot of the ramp up time for this was ensuring that we're able to still protect our clients' information. So volunteers will be plugged in and have access to our Google Drive, our Chrysalis Google Drive, as well as their own Chrysalis Outlook accounts to ensure that all client information is kept secure. So I'm actually really excited to introduce our next speaker. We have one of our very own volunteers, Kathy Lopez from Orange County, who's here with us today. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Lori. Hi, everyone. My name is Kathy. I've been volunteering here at Chrysalis for about 3 months now. I've volunteered on Wednesdays and Fridays for about 8 hours a week. So what I do is practice interviews with clients as well as building resumes. I would walk the client through what we were going to work on and make sure that every client service was completed within the hour.
And so Kathy, I know you made a lot of bit of Chrysalis history last week by providing our very first ever remote volunteer service. Would you mind sharing with our audience a little bit about how that went and how did our clients respond?
Yeah, of course. So I did have 2 clients. So the first client was interested in guest relations. There wasn't a specific company that he was looking to go into, but he did want to do something where he talked with people. The virtual one-on-one did go smoothly, and we were able to get him a great resume within the hour. Once we finished up, he did thank me for my time and was very appreciative that Chrysalis is still providing these services. As for the second client, she was interested in a job as a stock clerk for grocery stores. Most of her work was prison experience, so I would assure her that it was still valuable experience to put on a resume. Mm-hmm. At the end, she did seem very relieved to have her resume completed and that she was able to begin looking for work.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you,
appreciate the updates. And I know you have your next shift tomorrow, so thank you in advance. So for those of you who are tuning in and have thought about volunteering with us and haven't gotten around to actually moving forward with it yet, wanted to give you that information just in case you wanted to connect with us. So you can go to changelives.org/volunteer to fill out an application. And we are actually hosting remote or virtual volunteer info sessions. So once your application is received, a member of our team will reach out to you to schedule you for one of those info sessions. And then from there, we'll conduct onboarding, but virtually. Without further ado, I'd like to pass it off to my colleague, Andrea Castellanos, who is going to share a bit about what our program and Access Task Force have been up to.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Andrea Castellanos. I am the site director at the San Fernando Valley Center. My job is to provide all the San Fernando Valley clients with the best quality services while supporting my team with the tools to do so. So when we were temporarily paused in-person services at our centers, we knew that we needed to create and implement a virtual system for service delivery. This has been the charge of the program task force, which consists of our client services leadership team, whom I am very humbled and honored to work alongside of as we've adapted and really moved swiftly through this process. So myself included. Our goal is to ensure continuity of services for all our clients, existing and new. While we were able to quickly serve our existing clients remotely, we knew that the clients who normally come to the center in person were missing out. So we implemented some new technology platforms that help centralize all client inquiries via a hotline, an email, as well as a system to receive electronic documents and signatures. This created our new client intake process. So our new clients can now call our hotline, which will be live tomorrow, do the intake over the phone, receive an appointment with their assigned employment specialist, go through complete an orientation and an assessment, all within 24 hours. Though the platforms are virtual and new, the process and client-centered experience remains the same. We meet the clients where they are, as Mark mentioned, and tailor delivery accordingly. On Monday, we had our soft launch, and we are excited to report that we signed up 16 clients in our new intake process in just 2 days. We are adjusting and we are adapting as we go to make sure that we get the clients, find this as a smooth process as possible. And then also for it to be convenient and to get them to get connected to the resources and the jobs as quickly as possible. It has been reported that the process has gone really smooth. Through our soft launch, we were able to actually call our clients from our wait list who were eager to receive services, and the responses have been very positive. So we're very excited to continue doing this as the weeks come along. So as you will hear from our staff members, we devoted time to reaching out to all of our clients. This includes those who have completed the program, found employment, but are still utilizing these resources, these Chrysalis services, and they're focused on job retention. We have a client who lives in Pacoima, and that's located in the San Fernando Valley. She's a full-time caretaker, but under the COVID-19 stay-at-home order, she immediately lost her job. Her son is a part-time college student, and again, with the COVID-19 stay-at-home order, wasn't able to attend campus for college and now is taking college classes in the living room. They both were there to support their father and husband, who was disabled indefinitely. So you can only imagine what financial burden this came upon them. So when our client reached out to our employment specialist, she definitely let us know what her need was. The family wasn't sure how to stay afloat with the food and the bills piling up, especially bills that were due immediately that would take care of the light and gas through these cold months that we've had. So through our emergency needs fund, Chrysalis was able to meet her where she was and what addressed her needs, helped her pay for her essential bills, and helped her stock up on food. For some of our clients, this is how we can best meet their immediate needs. For those without access to technology, employment specialists are serving as a conduit and making access to the internet and emails accounts as quickly as possible. If a client has assessed that, if a client has assessed a need for applying for unemployment insurance, this is where our employment specialists have stepped in and with their permission have completed these 11-page applications. Technology is a barrier, but with a working phone, we can help. And with that, I would like to introduce to someone who makes this all possible day to day, one of our senior employment specialists, Michaud de la Cruz.
So hi everyone, my name is Michaud de la Cruz and I am the Senior Employment Specialist in our Orange County Chrysalis Center. What I do is help assist clients directly with obtaining employment and help reduce any barrier that may come in their way of the job search. So a lot of what Andrea shared about our clients in the Valley area is very similar for our clients in Orange County. It is really tough for those who do not have a support system, especially at this time. And so far, I have seen many of my clients trying to move forward with their job searches. Since starting to work virtually, my regular workday has included a lot of phone calls, emails, as well as text messages. And during the first week, I reached out to every person assigned to my caseload, and I continue to follow up with them by sending text messages and creating phone appointments with clients to assist them with online job applications. So when connecting with a client, one of the first things that we talk about is their housing. So are they in a safe place? The majority of clients do not have permanent housing, so I want to ensure that they are connected with the appropriate resource. And so far, 17 of our Orange County clients have obtained employment since beginning virtual services. These jobs do include a site assistant at a homeless shelter, shipping and receiving, fast food, and grocery and stock clerks. Another focus of the employment specialist role is to assist our clients in obtaining outside employment throughout their time in our transitional work programs, like our Amazing Roads program, which has been such a great help for our clients, especially in a time that we're in. So with that, I would like to transition this over to Kelly, our Senior Program Manager with the Roads program.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I hope everyone can hear me. My name is Kelly Michaud, and I'm the Senior Program Manager for the Chrysalis Roads program. Hopefully you were able to attend our last live broadcast or been keeping up with the emails, or as Mark said earlier, you will know that our roads program has been suspended due to the stay-at-home orders from the governor. We just weren't able to achieve the spatial distancing in order to keep the program going. Excuse me. Due to that, our team went to Caltrans, the City of Los Angeles Mayor's Office, and the Butte County of Education, and they were able to develop a plan. And I'm happy to say that as of now, 150 of our program participants who were working with the Roads program are now being presented with at-home telework training opportunities. What this means is that over the last 2 weeks, we've compiled over 140 hours of trainings. These trainings focus on the essential work duties that Caltrans performs and will help them enhance their knowledge on returning to work with the Caltrans program. We created Google documents to make the content shareable via links to be sent out to the clients, and the next steps were to create online quizzes that the clients could complete after reading each one of the training documents. After setting this up, my staff and I started scheduling transitional job workers and creating a schedule so that each one of our clients would get at least 2 to 3 shifts per week. Now, starting April 3rd, on a daily basis, we send out training and quiz links to the scheduled clients. Clients read the content and take the quizzes via the links, and the results go directly to the Google spreadsheet, which allows us to see how well our clients are doing and how their scores are looking. Similar to the employment specialist, we have made ourselves available via phone, text message, so that anybody that has any questions regarding the quizzes or the knowledge that they are learning about, they can call us, talk to us, and we can help guide them through whatever it is, whatever the issue is that they're having. For the most part, it has been going very well. The clients are very excited to be back to work and learning new things. We have had a few hiccups along the way, but those hiccups have proven to be learning experiences for us and eye-openers for us, because sometimes we don't think about the experiences that our clients are going through. So a couple of the hiccups that we have had are maybe some of our clients are older and just not as technologically savvy as we are. And some of our clients have been in jail for the past 30 years. and they are just not used to this new technology. So for the past 4 days, I have been on the phone with one of our clients who is up in age, and he has been in prison for the last 30 years. And it took a lot of talking, guiding, and helping him to understand the quizzes and understand how to utilize the phone and click the links and get used to the technology. But I'm very, very pleased to say that as of last Friday, he took all 4 quizzes on his own and passed with flying colors. So it is a process, but the clients are doing very well and they are very happy to be back at work. For the most part, that is the end of my update. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll turn it back over to Tiffany and she will continue it on.
Wonderful. Thank you to all of our panelists. We have about a couple minutes until we hit 6 o'clock, and I want to make sure that we get to some of our Q&A questions. If we do go over, our panelists a few have volunteered to stick around for about 5 minutes, so we can hopefully get to some more. So if you can, in fact, stick around, we hope that you will. Now, let's see. We're going to kick it off with a question that was submitted in advance, and our first question is around personal protective equipment. How are you doing with PPE? Since the mandate changed, do you still have enough? So I'm going to ask our VP of Chrysalis Enterprises, Trevor Kale, to field that question.
Thank you guys for that question. That's actually something that's on our mind a lot. The mayor last week came out with the sun just came out right in my eye. The mayor just came out with a face covering order last week. So prior to that, we thought we had enough, and then we quickly didn't have enough. But thanks to help from some amazing partners that we have, including the United Way of Greater LA, organization called Masks for a Cause, and also a company called Strut, which is a friend of ours from the Fashion District. They all stepped up as that came through and provided us with more than enough. So for right now, we're in good shape, and something we're constantly monitoring.
Wonderful. Thank you, Trevor. All right. Our second question is being blocked by the Zoom thing. So just a moment. Our second question is, how do new clients contact you during this time? So I'm going to ask our VP of Program Operations, Molly Larson, to speak to that.
Hi, yeah, thank you. So as Andrea and the rest of the team were mentioning earlier, we are open for virtual services and welcoming new clients. The phone numbers that are on our website for each of our centers will route you to the right contact person. We have been working on our phone tree to make sure that new clients are getting directly to the person they need to speak with. We've also set up an email account. So if you or someone you know is interested, they can reach out to us. The email address is C as in client, S as in services, at changelives.org. Again, that's cs@changelives.org. So you can reach us that way as well.
Wonderful. And I'm going to go ahead and input that into the chat for anybody who wants to copy and paste it. Our third question, we're going to jump right in from one of our attendees is, do you have any plans to open a center in Kern County, Bakersfield? Mark Loranger, can I ask you to answer that, please?
Yes. Yes, I can answer it. Unfortunately, I don't have a good answer for the person that's asking that because we don't have any immediate plans to go up into the Central Valley. We've got our hands full here in Los Angeles and Orange County. Some of you may know that our Orange County office opened just over a year ago, and we also began our new Doors initiative in South LA in the middle of last year. So we have our hands full. We are always willing to talk to folks from the Central Valley that might be interested in taking elements of our program and learning from us. So we'd always be happy to share that information.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mark. All right. And our third and final question, unless we get a couple more or submissions through the chat, is, are you all using Zoom for one-on-one virtual meetings with clients? And what do your clients without internet or mobile devices do in order to continue to receive services? So I would ask Lori Neeson if you could speak to that for us, please.
Hi, yes. So we are using Zoom for our class sessions. The reason being is that it allows us to provide services by phone if the client can call in or by video. A majority of our one-on-one services, this includes practice interviews, resumes, and work with the employment specialist, are happening by the phone. And that leads us to the next question. What are our clients without internet or mobile devices doing in order to receive services? I know a lot have gotten creative with tapping their own network of family or friends to help borrow phones. But the great thing about our COVID relief fund is that we're actually able to help support clients with getting, some of the barriers can even be not being able to charge their phone, especially if you're street homeless. Where are you going to find an outlet? So they may have a phone, but they may not have a charging bank. So we're actually able to support clients with those types of resources through that fund.
I can also add to that, if that's okay, and this happened just late this afternoon, that we're working with some different cell phone service providers to see if we might actually be able to get connected to actual devices that we can hand out to clients, so that we are able to stay connected and they can stay connected with their community and job search process.
Thank you, Molly. Wonderful. That will conclude our Q&A portion of today's update and broadcast. Thank you to all of our panelists and to all of our attendees for taking the time to spend some time with us today. I'm going to field it back over to Mark Loranger to close us out.
Thanks, Tiffany. Great job on your first Zoom meeting and dealing with technical issues, which are guaranteed. Seriously, folks, we really appreciate you joining us tonight on a Tuesday evening to learn a little bit about our work. Many of you have been longtime supporters of our work, and we truly appreciate that. Now that more than ever, we need that community support. We all need each other. So thanks for being there for our clients and for us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good night.